and Mark's popping up in here.
Hello. Yes, I put
All right.
a video up. I heard that right before I clicked off to go to StreamYard.
Yeah, let me get this other microphone out of the way here, which is totally useless. Except as a prop. Yes, this is South Florida behind me here. The magnetic poles have shifted, and now they are closer to the North Pole than Idaho is. Yay!
Sure they are.
Oh, actually, be Southern California would be closer to the new South Pole than I am to the North Pole right now.
One of these days, I'm gonna get my pressure washer out when it's like 10 degrees out, and go over to my neighbor's house. I'll drag that thing across the street with a hose that's still warm, and I'm gonna do that. What's behind you there? I'm gonna do that to his car when there's no snow on the ground. I will freeze that sucker shut. He won't even reckon. It'll be just a brick of ice on his front porch as a car.
He'll hear the pressure washer. What you do is just get yourself a nice long hose with one of those multiple nozzles, you know?
Yeah, the mister. Yeah.
The mister, but you get it with the thing on it, and better than the mister is the needle one, because it sheds it out, and you get more water out there freezing in a wider pattern.
Yeah, we froze my dad's tires to the ground once just because.
Yeah. All righty.
That's mean.
Yes, I know, but it was a Jersey thing back in the day.
Yeah. CR says minus 10 degrees centigrade equals 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Before I jump into where did I put it? I know I brought it in here. Ah, crap.
Yeah, it's going down to 16 here tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking for
my wife's like,
here
she has to go out and start her car and let it run for a little bit to get some heat so she can drive a mile to work.
Yeah. Well, back when they made the big stink about the polar vortex heading down and hitting Texas, and Texas had the snowpocalypse and everything else, I have several shorts out where I was going outside onto the back patio after I built the cover over it, and the trash can out there. I was going out there and taking readings of the garbage can sitting 3 feet away from the house, so minimal warmth from the house. And I got minus 23, minus 27, minus 18 Fahrenheit, folks, not Celsius.
Nice.
So yeah, didn't come close at this last winter, but I'm expecting it again this winter because of this stuff here that's going on. What do I have in the way of slides here?
I got 4.5 minutes before I got to go inside and shut the heat off on my canner.
Yeah. All right, Utah Mike's in the house now. All right, so winter solstice 2024 began at 0221 hours this morning. That's 2:21 a.m. Mountain time. Figure out your time from Mountain. And that's when winter officially began. Yeah. Yeah, let's see here. So, yeah.
The 2 feet of snow we got kind of confirmed that for me.
Yeah,
it must be climate change.
I've had snow sitting on the garden out here constant for at least 3 weeks. Not very thick, but it's been covered for the last 3 weeks. It's gotten cold enough where it's not melting during the daytime.
This is the only second snow we've got this year.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm hoping my garlic makes it
through. Yeah. So we do have snow weather coming, and it's going to be looking like this for the northern states. And that's the last one on that. Yeah, that's the last one on that.
You should have found the video of the guys on the on Mount Washington trying to eat breakfast or dinner, like serve each other food with the like 130 mile an hour winds and snow. Yeah, it's funny to watch. They're like he like goes to pour the coffee and it's like just blowing sideways. Oh yeah. They put the tablecloth down, gone. Cups down, gone. Food, gone. Everything's gone.
See, that's where you got to be, be smarter than that. When you're up there, you all get around, you set up one tent, and then you toss and you stake it all down and stuff while they're still hanging on to it, and then you toss a couple of backpacks in that tent. Then you set up the next tent, and toss the backpack and stuff, get it so it's weighted down, put them in a row so they're holding each other down. Then you cook the food inside.
And then you turn around and the tent with the 4 backpacks is gone down the mountain somewhere going, okay, now we have nothing.
Well, see, that's why you got to have the 18-inch tent spikes.
No, that's why they have buildings up there that are 3-foot thick stone.
Yeah.
They don't blow over. There is no wood exposed except for the door frame. Everything is stone.
And let's be honest, they're only taking one tent for 4 guys. They're not all in a bunch of tents up there.
All right. All right. So one of the things that prompted this one, and I'm going to see if I can get this to work right here. I'm not sure if it's going to. I got to play around with something else over here real quick here to make so it should be up to volume, but I got to change my sharing thing here. So I'm going to put this over here and then share to come on, present, share screen, share, entire screen, turn the sound on, share. Okay, and put it back down because I don't want to share the video on it. We're just going to listen to a podcast here a little bit, and hopefully it'll work here right. And let me see if I can get this going here.
And you live in the Northern Plains and the Northern Rockies, you better be prepared. The thing that has been most notable for the past, say, 4 weeks has been the building of the snowpack in Siberia and in Canada. Those areas are covered up right now.
Yeah.
That is a very significant source for Arctic and cold air as we get deeper in the winter. So there have been times in past years where that hasn't been the case so far. So that indication alone tells me you better prepare for some cold, and some of that cold is going to be significant cold, and you better prepare for some snow. So if you're going to start cabining.
Yeah, that was from the Western agricultural whatever he's going into. If you're going to be preparing for calves dropping in January, it's it's going to be really cold, and that's the problem. Was a lot of the ranchers and stuff didn't realize it was going to be so cold this winter. They were expecting what one of the other forecasts was, is that it's going to be a mild winter, and they're saying no, because like Siberia's already covered, and lots of Canada. Oh, that's a chef tech.
I'll be back.
All right, he muted. Good. And Canada, some of the western, northwestern areas of Canada are already, they're already this. And so that all that cold, whereas if it didn't have snow on it, it's a bit warmer, and then so the stuff's warming as it comes down from the actual pole circular. I forget the pattern up there. When it comes down, it doesn't keep getting colder because the ground's not, minus 10 degrees Celsius ice, and so it comes on down. So that's what's R3D3Y whatever. Yeah, how you doing? And so it's this is actually it looks worse now than it did a couple of years ago for the big polar vortex they were panicking about. So this is one of the things that's coming this way.
We absolutely need the snow. Our water levels are so low, like unbelievable low, that I wish we would get a lot of snow, like just dumped on this year.
Yeah. Our Mayor Curtis, neighbor across the street, posted the first of the week or something about going up into where they go up with their snowmobiles. That was already had snow up there. Fortunately, that's up in the Tetons. So yes, they can have all the snow they want up in the Tetons. Just keep it not down here, because up there it soaks in and gets into the aquifers before it gets down here. Snow down here doesn't soak in; it blows away.
Yeah.
If we have rain down here, rain soaks in down here, which is good. But snow up in the Tetons packs into all the canyons and everything else. And in the spring, when it melts, it comes off in runoff and soaks into the aquifer, which is what we really need. Speaking of water, even though it's wintertime, everybody hydrate.
Well, the hydration is key to not feeling the cold for your animals and for yourself. If you are not hydrated, you're going to feel the cold worse than someone who is fully hydrated. If you want your animals not to feel the cold, make sure that they have fresh water that they can drink in front of them at all times.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a little warm. And this is the park you set up, from I forgot the name of it. The company have it on here. It's the this is the duck material,
Carhartt.
Carhartt, yes, that's it.
Michigan.
That I wear when I'm out there snow plowing, because I'll pull this sucker up and I'll pull it down so it's like this. Because as I'm snow blowing or using my tractor to move the snow around, it always blows up into my face.
Yeah.
Hey, Caitlin's here.
Caitlin.
Yeah. Oh, the picture from the thumbnail. That was it Highway 25 in Iowa? Yeah.
I won't go on some of those roads. I've seen some of those roads. I've been on some of those roads in winter. I will not go on some of those roads. We have one on the west side of Michigan that is a complete whiteout whenever it snows because of the Great Lake Michigan, Great Lakes snow effect. You can't drive on that road in the winter some days. If it's
That's windy. Where you look, the right side, you see nothing but grass and field, like brown grass. The left side has 12 feet of snow on it because of the wind drift. Yeah.
I got to plug in. I'll be right back. I got to get my cord. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay, I see what's going on. I got to change my snowy blowing background behind us here, because the motion action there is really sucking down on the computer here. So let me put something else in here that's a little bit more I will do this one here. There we go. We'll do New York all frozen with the from the day after tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. You ever see the picture that a Jeep backed away from something and left the entire grill of ice? It was like a perfect imprint of the front of a Jeep Cherokee grill still standing up, made of ice.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can get this thing here. Okay, so the Weather Channel, their 10-day forecast actually goes out 2 weeks. So it's actually 14-day forecast. And for us here, it's showing cloudy tomorrow, rain on Monday, cloudy Tuesday, which is good. I need to do some stuff on Tuesday. And then we got snow on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, rain and snow on Saturday, snow on Sunday, snow showers for Monday morning, and then fog and clouds up through January 4th. So right now, it looks like we're going to have a fairly decent rest of December. But it's supposed to be, from what the different weather guys have been going to here on the YouTube channels and some of the other ones and stuff, that they're looking at, some of them are saying around the 12th to the 20th, depending who you're talking to, of January, it's supposed to hit. But you know how weather forecasting is. It's like playing darts with a blindfold on. Oh, I got it!
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What do we eat?
She's doing.
Why does it look like you're in the bathroom?
Hey, it's the only soundproof room I have.
Yeah.
Okay, Tammy is transmitting from the toilet. Gotcha.
No, that's over there.
Okay.
Tammy remembers on Courtney's one when Blue was on there, and it was Blue from the loo, the news.
I am not sitting on the throne. No. I did go and get these. After I fell and got the concussion the other day, I ordered these. Yeah.
Oh.
Is that a head brace?
Yeah.
No, those head brace. Goes on your shoes.
Yes, so you can't slip on the ice.
Well, you can slip. Looks like you can put it over your head, so if you do slip, your head will stick.
I don't think this is enough rubber for my hard head.
Yeah. All right. So Bushcraft family came in on your side there, Tammy.
Hi, Mr.
And
Charles.
and Lewis became a member over here. Woohoo!
Hey.
And Happy Mac's in here now. Yeah, it's so for looking at it here for Idaho, it's going to be it looks like the nasty stuff's not going to be hit until middle of January into February. Nobody has any clue how long it's going to last into May or June. We have gotten snow on June 7th here, but everything else was already melted. And one last storm coming through going as it blows on and leaves about an inch and a half of snow. But yeah, there is going. Everyone is saying that it's going to be colder and thicker in the amount of snow going on. And part of that, I'm see if I can bring the other one up here. I'm looking at it here for the jet stream model. I know I've shared this several times on both channels with you guys. So let's see if I can bring that up here. There it is. And this is from weatherstreet.com/model /GFS Jetstream forecasting. And so basically, let's go down here just a little bit so I can get up too much. I want to get it right so I can see the arrows. So I can do it one frame at a time, or I just play it. This is a 10-day play, or 10-day, 7-day play, I think. So it shows the jet stream pattern. And every now and then you see the dips coming down from Canada there. Let's start over here. Watch the dips come down. There it goes. There's another one going. And yeah. And then it turns Uncle Al says washing machine weather here over the Great Lakes. There it goes. Washing machine weather. So yeah. This is one I'm going to drop the link for this into the and that is something that everybody should save, so you can just take a look at the weather. And our treasured home came in on yours, Tammy. Little Lone Preppers here. And yeah, I'm sorry, the chat's just flying when I'm not looking at it.
I can't see it at all. So
yeah. Utah Mike says the inversion is already setting in at Salt Lake. And Grace NYC just came in on your side there, Tammy.
Thank you.
And John's life in the house here. And for those that don't know, Tammy's co-streaming with me on her channel. So me being the primary host, I see all the main chat here on StreamYard. So I just call them out when people come in on Tammy's side so she can say hi to you.
I'm on my phone. I can't see any of the chat, so I have to go back and watch but one or both of ours to see it.
Yeah. So anyway, so there's the where did that go in? Did I put that in or not? Yeah, I did. All right. So there's going up there was. There's another one here which gives you more playability with it, and this one actually is used by or a similar one to this is used by Ben Davis over at Ben Davidson over at Suspicious Observer. So with this one, you can check. Right now, this is set for temperature 2 meters above ground. I can change it to wind speeds. And you see a little bit change of how wind changes and patterns and stuff going on. And this is 10 meters above ground. If I take it up higher towards the, if I go 250 meters above ground, you can see the increase in wind speeds and stuff. Oh, we got something circular forming here off the coast of Oregon, Washington. But yeah, and then over here, over what's that island?
Prince Edward.
Prince Edward. That's what I was thinking. Prince Edward Island there. But yeah,
Nova
but you can
Scotia.
also you can move this to go over towards Europe, and you can move it the other way to pick up what's coming off of Russia up there. So you can move this one around and see what's going on up there in the polar vortex. And as you get up to the pole, can you tell where the pole's at up here? And so as things go around and change, and you see, quote, warmer air being pulled up into it, and yeah, it's going to be. This one is just good for playing around, looking to see what things going at, and seeing how things are. But so far right now, it's just kind of it's coming down through Alabama, Arkansas, and stuff, hitting the Gulf and turning around, coming back up through Texas. And up through Oklahoma, Kansas, and stuff. And this coming up is bringing water with it. And the water is going to freeze, and it's going to be dropping snow and stuff over Toronto, Montreal, New York, Pennsylvania.
It can skip the little mitten there. I won't be offended if it skips the mitten.
Yeah. I don't care about me.
All right.
If it's that cold out, I just don't leave the house.
Am I going roboto on you guys?
No.
Okay. Because my picture that I see of me is freezing
your picture
up.
Is sketchy, but the picture is bouncy, but the voice is good.
Okay. At least you can hear me. All right. So, yeah. So this is another one. I'm going to drop this one here in. And you guys can, if you guys want to save this one, save it. It's a good, useful tool for you. All right. Okay, I'm just double checking here. Kaylin said she's getting rain next week there in Des Moines area. So yeah, I guess several channels are following Santa's sleigh. I hate to tell you guys.
We always watch NORAD for Santa.
I hate to tell you though, see, Santa has a deal with the NSA and Homeland Security. What you're watching is a fake projection where he is, because they don't want him being shot down, so he's elsewhere. You know how all these idiots are trying to shoot down drones and stuff?
Yeah,
Santa's elsewhere.
I saw that meme. It was a picture of Santa's sleigh with bullet holes in it, with a sign on the side that said "Not a drone."
Okay, I'm going to stop that. There we go. Yeah. Now I'm moving. Now I'm moving on my side.
Remember, Santa only has one red light. It's that nose, Rudolph.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he should leave him home this time.
And that's even using Rudolph. Rudolph has the best work package. He only has to work when it's really bad, and he gets the regular salary like all the rest of the reindeer do. Always yeah. It's like even with all that firewood I have out there, I got a bunch moved in on the patio, but I'm not using it very much because I got the furnace. I'm saving my firewood for if the power goes out and I can't use my my backup batteries to power the furnace itself.
Ooh, I'll be back. I forgot. I gotta make the bed. Wife has to go to sleep, and everything's in the dryer. I'll be right back.
Ooh,
sorry. Yeah, she'll be warm and toasty, so I'll be right back.
Yeah. Well, okay, all right. She may forgive you for that, being warm and toasty. Hold on. Cool. But yeah, so I got all the fire. I got the 30 some odd cords of firewood out there on the side of the barn from all the trees we took down and everything else. And I got several of the IBS totes on the side here, just stacked up with it. And I got some inside the house. I got more inside the shop on some of the shelves inside the shop to stay nice and dry. But hopefully the power won't go out where my 4 batteries go totally dead, and I'm able to keep the furnace going. But if that, I also been stockpiling all the cardboard from all the purchases of everything all year long. And I actually, for laughs and giggles, one time, started did one day where I was burning the cardboard in the wood burning stove. It's like, dang, it got hot in here quick. So I had to turn all the fans on to blow the air all around the house to equalize the temperature so that night the furnace could come on.
Yeah.
But that's another thing, preparing for cold. It's like, does everybody have their wool thermals or their multiple layer wool on the outside? I forget the type of cotton, the really nice cotton, soft stuff on the inside, so you don't have the itchy wool against your skin.
If you get real good wool, you don't have itchy wool.
Yeah. Well, the outside, I can turn it inside out. For me, it feels just fine either way. But some people, like Dave from Southern Ohio Prepping, he has an allergy to wool, and it may just be that he hasn't had the really, really good wool. But do you have your thermals, long johns, whatever you want to call them? Kirkland, Costco has their Murano wool socks on sale again, the 4-pack.
I just found some. I'm very excited. I've been wearing them.
Yeah.
I love my wool socks.
I wish I could. I can't find the email from my son. I'm going to have him send me the link again. He's been buying these work wool socks. They come up a little bit more than mid calf. Mm-hmm. Sometimes he wears his cowboy boots to work. All right, Tennessee Tactical's going live in half an hour. Oh, Corsair Trainer's going live in a half hour too. Those two can find it out tonight. But he said he has some ones that basically they're guaranteed. They have a 2-year guarantee on them.
Oh,
and he had a pair that he was wearing at scout camp that got a tear in them, and he said he took pictures and stuff. Emailed back, hey, you want me to send these to you? Well, he goes, no. They said, nope, keep them. Here's your new ones. Told him, get your mother to get out the sewing, and just sew that tear up. They can be your second pair over if you're out in the snow.
Yeah, I think it's Darn Tough has a lifetime guarantee on their wool socks. They're a hiking brand. Yeah. So.
Oh, and CR put a video out. Was that video today or yesterday, CR, of you doing the sewing repair? But yeah, CR sees how he recycled thread, repairing these, and he's there sewing on it, and he sews it back together and pulls it all back together.
I missed that. I'll have to go look.
Yeah.
I thought I had everything, the notifications set to all, but maybe not.
It may. Yesterday. He said it was yesterday. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And he has music going in the background. He's humming along, throwing away. I know how to repair my socks and fix them all. I also know when I can find them, when they were on super sale, it's like, oh, I'm getting a bunch of these nice wool socks. I have enough wool socks that I'll never have to buy a new pair again because I bought it on like 50% off.
Yeah. I also love, one thing I didn't skimp on is I bought a Marmot down jacket. And I also love my Marmot down jacket so much, I bought a Marmot down 0 degree sleeping bag.
Cool.
It's one of those things where I will go with the brand name over cheap.
One of the things I've been kicking around here, and my wife keeps telling me, not yet, I'm too busy, but I'm probably going to go ahead and do it anyways and just keep it here for when she's not busy and she can do it, is get some of the alpaca wool yarn.
Yes.
And that way that way she can knit vests for the grandkids, vests for her and I, vests for my daughter. Screw my son-in-law. And because a knitted wool vest is extremely warm under a jacket. Even under another shirt, it's extremely warm.
I've grown to love wool. The older I get, the more I love wool.
Mm-hmm. I've come, I had a pair of wool long johns back when I was a teenager that my parents got me when we were living up there by the north rim of the Grand Canyon for a couple of years. I still have them. They're still, hey, 1974, 75 winter, 73, 74, and 74, 75 winter season. Still have them. Yeah, they're a little bit thin. I wore them many times to up to Tahoe and Reno and Scout Camp, but I really like the new double layer ones that are out that have cotton on the one side and the wool. Even though it's a lot nicer wool than the ones I had back then, on the outside, it's like sometimes here when it was like minus 27, I was wearing 2 pairs of long johns out there. Nice and toasty. Came in, it's like, okay, now I got to strip down, peel off that extra pair of long johns.
Well, the blizzard of 74 was brutal. It was brutal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the 74, 75 winter on a town called Fredonia up there by the north rim of the Grand Canyon. March 31st. Whoa, it's 76 degrees out. What's going on? All the snow's melted. Cool. Next morning, over 3 friggin' feet of snow on the ground. Overnight. Boom.
Boom. Yeah.
Fortunately, someone called and told my dad. My dad was the city maintenance guy. At 2:00 in the morning. Hey, it's snowing hard, and my dad was able to get to the city maintenance yard and get the moto grader fired up and was going around plowing streets.
Well, the blizzard of 74 here, my parents managed a store that happened to be a gas station, restaurant, and knick-knack shop, souvenir shop. It is the precursor to all of the 7-Elevens kind of places, or where you could get your gas, get your food, and it was the first one of those kinds. And they shut down the highway here, and my mom and dad kept the store open 24 hours. We became a warming station for stranded travelers. The guys in the plow trucks were bringing people from their cars to us to warm up, and we were giving them coffee and eggs and toast and getting them warmed up because emergency vehicles couldn't get to these people.
Yeah.
We kept the plow drivers in coffee and the state troopers in coffee. And then they would heat these people up as soon as they could get their car kind of plowed out enough to get them to follow the plow to the exit. They would take them back, put them in their car, tell them to get to the exit, follow us to the exit. And so we were quite involved in doing that in 74. That was a horrible blizzard.
Yeah. There was, some of the stories I heard the old timers here telling, and some of the old timers there when we first moved there to Fredonia about the the different things and stuff. I mean, here the guy bought the house from Brandon. His family lives about 3 miles, maybe 4 miles east of us in a town called Goshen, right at the foot of the Tetons, literally. On the other side of Goshen, it starts going up. And he said he remembers one year the snow was up to the second story window on the house.
Yes. That would have been 74.
Yeah. And he says they would go out and they would go to the barn, go in the upper of the barn. All the cows were kept in the barn. None of the livestock were out roaming around. They're all in the barn. They fed them, milked them, and stuff. And then he would walk out to the street where the plows had been going through. And they were, when the school bus would pull up, they were looking straight across at their feet at the top of the school bus. He said actually a little bit higher than the school buses, and they had cut steps going down. So they were up there watching, and when the school bus would come, they'd walk down. School bus would open the door where the steps came down. They'd get on and they'd go to school.
Yeah. Because we were being a warming station, the plow trucks plowed our parking lot and around our plows, and then my brother came in with his truck and cleaned it up. But the mountain of snow that we had was literally 2 stories high, where it had been pushed out and plowed. And then since nobody was driving on the highway, our worker person, excuse me, I said no, Sawyer. I'm in here. Please, excuse me.
Yeah.
Mom, I got to use the bathroom. Come on, Mom.
He's just trying to get something he couldn't wait 5 seconds for.
Kids.
You're gonna get a beating.
I love kids.
You're gonna get a beating, Sawyer.
Yeah.
He's locked down now.
Sawyer, I'm sending her adult-sized zip ties.
Okay.
From Homeland Security.
Oh,
I have a bunch of those in my truck.
the one of our workers who was in his mid-20s built me a snow fort, and he dug it out in the center of this pile. I had a table and chairs out of snow. I had a bed out of snow, and it was the size of a small house in the snowbank that he dug me out.
Well, the plows didn't come over and push more snow while you were in your house.
Well, yeah, my parents were I was only like 8. My parents were like,
No.
You have to be in the house when they're doing stuff out here. But
and that's interesting, like Alicia says here. Up where she is up there in Canada. I can't pronounce the name. What it was, I had 5 to 6 feet, and she only had 2 to 3 feet. But yeah. I remember the one year I was the adult, scary thought, taking the teenagers. There were 3 adults taking teenagers up to the Bronx cabin at Tahoma off of Lake Tahoe. And when we turned off the highway, there was the Quickie Mart and Chevron gas station next to 2 separate entities. But where the sign was out by the street going up, the snow had been plowed, and when we went by there, actually had a plow with a blower on it, blowing it up higher, clearing the parking lot, and it was up to the sign, top of the sign up there. You know how Chevron puts their signs up high, and there were it was like a friggin' TP mountain there of it. And when we got to the cabin, it was like, okay, we spent 3 hours digging the places for us to park out. Then we spent another couple hours digging to the front door. And then my younger brother, who was the oldest youth involved, took 2 of the guys, and they dug a tunnel over to where the shutoff valve is for the house. And they dug around to the drain pit, dug it out, opened closed off the drain pit, drain off for the house, and opened up the water for the house to get water into the cabin house thing there. And there was like boys upstairs, girls downstairs. It was a church program one, and so I was sleeping upstairs in the one room, and they had the big room, but my room is where the stairs came into. So I was the guard upstairs. Downstairs, at the bottom of the stairs, the couch was turned around, and one of the couples was sleeping on the couch downstairs. So no one was going upstairs and downstairs. Problem was, we didn't realize that the boys had opened the window and built stairs down the outside. All of a sudden, where's so-and-so? I'm not sure where he is. Downstairs, has anybody seen so-and-so? No, outside. And they built a fort down. They weren't doing anything wrong. They just wanted to play and talk. And this 16, 17-year-olds built a big snow fort out there at night. And they were in there just laughing and giggling, having a great time. It's like, oh, geez. Angels Homestead came in on your side.
Hi.
But yeah, so get ready. It's this winter is going to be tough. It's going to be cold. Make sure you have all your propane tanks filled. Nope, I took them all out. I got most of my Mr. Heaters set up out in the shop, ready to get turned on out there. I do have let me go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of that. And that. I need computer's getting tired here. There it goes. Got rid of that. I do have a picture. Let me get in here to Amazon. Show it to you, Mr. Heater. Special one. Little buddy. There we go. There it comes up. Yeah. I actually got a third in the master bathroom, which is the coldest room in the house during the wintertime, and the hottest room in the summertime because it's the last room the sun aims at as it goes down. I got a 30-pound propane tank in there with the short propane tree on it. And this, share screen. I got to reshare everything here. There we go. Boom. With that on top of it, instead of the green tank there, I just screw it on the thing. And so it puts out the, so this one can put out 3,800 BTUs. And it has the indoor safe, see right there, indoor safe. It's got the oxygen sensor on it and everything else. But it works great for keeping the bathroom warm. And like if I'm going to take a shower, I go in there an hour beforehand. I turn it on, take my shower, turn it off, and works great for that. But so I got that. I got 4 full 30-pound propane tanks. One will last that for 2 years. I'm on the second year of using it, and the tank is still heavy, so I haven't used that much propane in there. And so it was just over a year ago that I bought it. So no, I don't have. I have a torpedo heater or a top hat heater for the shop. Soon as the wife gives me permission, we're replacing the electric water heater in the house with a gas on-demand heater, a water heater. And when that one comes out, then I finish plumbing the line outside, running the gas line up over to the shop, and we're putting an outside vented natural gas heater in the shop, so they don't get water moisture buildup in the shop.
Those are nice. The big ones, ceiling shop. I had one of those in my last garage, and it was really toasty out there.
Yeah. And last year when I was running the 5 Mr. Heaters out there, it got propane produces moisture.
Yeah.
And there was no insulation on the one wall yet. The one area had all insulated already, and I was going on putting up the ceiling OBS in the ceiling, and the other wall started growing mold because all the moisture condensation on that cold there. And so, no more propane until you get the shop fully insulated. And
that's the beauty of wood heat or a pellet stove. This house has a pellet stove, and
dry heat.
It is dry and it is hot right now. It is not.
Except for when you pet the dog and that static shock snaps him in the nose.
Well, you have, if you know, the wood
Or
floors
you
here.
kiss your wife and a static shock kisses you on that kiss.
Oh no, you don't tell her about that. You just tell her that it was electrifying.
It's your magnetic personality, right?
Yes, that's it. The
Electromagnetic, yes.
Yeah.
Snap.
But there's going, seriously, everyone think, if you haven't gotten your propane tanks filled, get them filled. If you don't have an alternate source for heat, I've tried several different heaters. I would have to say the Mr. Buddies, the little buddy or the regular Mr. Buddy, not the big buddy. Big buddy, no, it's not worth it. But the regular Mr. Buddy or the little buddies is great for little area heating for the house. Plus, it gives off that moisture. So when all the moisture is frozen out of the air, you're putting some more moisture back in for your house, so you don't get nosebleeds.
Yeah, you also got to watch for the carbon monoxide because they're not vented.
Well, that's it. I got all my when I got the furnace put in, they put new smoke and carbon monoxide heaters, like 6 of them around the house. Plus, I had my old plug-in one there in the kitchen as well. And they have oxygen sensors too. So if the oxygen levels start getting down, it shuts off. But
yeah, I got my Mr. Buddy literally 3. Oh, go ahead, Tammy.
I said the Mr. Buddies are good for camping.
Yeah.
The ones that are.
I got one in my garage here with me right now. I mean, literally, it's 2 feet from my stool because my garage is sort of insulated, except for the roof, which it's like a 9-10 foot ceiling and there's no insulation above it. So when I run the heater out here for like a week straight and there was snow on the roof, my garage roof is melted and I have ice shingles coming down the gutters.
Yeah. I got something afterwards, Mark. Hit me up about insulating your attic, your garage thing up there.
I have no access up there unless I cut a hole, and I'm not doing that. Yeah. So there is that. We're good.
Okay.
You can always do those little plugs where you cut the little hole and blow in insulation and then plug it.
Yeah, not worried about it. It's just it's a 1-car garage that a car won't fit in, so it's my wood shop with my tools and stuff out here. So I just keep it from getting too frippin' cold out here.
Yeah.
Angel's Homestead said you've had that up there about the kerosene heaters.
Yeah.
The other thing to make sure you have is your generators, the yearly maintenance done on that, so that they're ready to go, filled, and your kerosene lamps. That's what made me think of.
And your extra kerosene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So you need your whatever propane, gasoline, kerosene for whatever you're using, generators, whatever. If you're using if you have some solar panels out there not for your whole house, but for charging up your little backup things and stuff, make sure you have a nice soft bristle broom for keeping those clean.
I buy those little stick garden lights from the dollar store, and I keep them in my window. So if my power goes out, I have a little always charged little thing. And we've used those in bathrooms. We've used those. The bathroom is the only room in my last house that didn't have a window. So we would use those. The kids would use those for night lights. You can take them off the post, the garden post, and they're just like a little
LED. Yeah.
Let me go get something here.
So if nothing else, $1.25, you could have one little light for every room in your house.
All right.
Spend the extra $1 or $2, you can change that cheap rechargeable battery they put in there for a better rechargeable battery that'll last more than 4.5 hours.
Yeah. So I got 12 of these around the house. Plugs in, it's fine. Acts like a flashlight as well with the on off.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you plug it in, you turn it on. It doesn't come on when it's plugged in. As soon as the power goes out, it comes on. And so when the power goes out, all of it's like, okay, power's out. I got lights. I can start doing stuff.
Lights.
Yeah, but 12 of these around in different rooms. It's like Okay, so I can walk around just fine, find stuff, get out the other lanterns, pull out the LED pop-up lanterns and everything else. But you're talking about the batteries and stuff. For the rechargeable batteries for whatever type of lights and stuff you want, take care in looking to see, especially if you're buying them on Amazon, what is the voltage of it? Because your AA's and AAA's are supposed to be 1.5. A lot of the ones you get off of Amazon are 1.2.
Well, rechargeables are 1.2. There is no.
Yes, there is.
I have never found a rechargeable battery that's 1.5 volts.
Hang on, they do. They have it. In fact, I bought a set for my wife in the AA, AAA, D's, and 6-volt that are true voltage. Okay, 1.5.
When I bought mine, there were no 1.5s. They're all 1.2s.
Okay, so here we go. Hang on. I forgot to put rechargeable up here on it. Rechargeable. There we go. But some of them are rechargeable, 1.5 right here, the blue ones.
Right.
The green ones over here, 1.5. And they usually come with a USB setup on it to recharge it.
Ooh.
You can also buy the boxes to recharge them as well. But some of the little ones, and that's what I got for my wife, was the little USB one for her for the 4 D cells she has for the chargers. These you will get a lot more time out of this because it's not drawn down as fast. And you also check for the like 3,000 microwatt hours on them as well. But there are a lot more 1.5s this year than there were last year. EBL has a bunch of the 1.5s. I think they stopped making the 1.2s. But yeah,
they didn't have those 5, 6, 7 years ago when I bought mine. So there's that.
Yeah, and they have the plug-in wall pack, so it plugs in off the wall as well.
Right now, if you're gonna change the battery out in those little rechargeable ones you get from dollar store, read the voltage on it. Most of those are 1.2.
Yeah,
because they're cheap, and those batteries weigh nothing. They're so
yeah. Those are like 1,000 watt hour, where these other ones here are 3,000 or 3,500 watt hour. You know, it's like
or milliamps or whatever they are.
Yeah.
But that I changed a bunch out that I had in outdoor ones, and they would stay on all night and into the morning, and then turn back off. And it was cloudy for 2 days in a row. They'd still turn on every night.
Yeah, we found out that the 1.2 rechargeables don't last very long in a Wii controller.
Yeah, no, mine don't either. That's where now you mention that. Now I know where all my rechargeables are, and they're probably destroyed my Wii controllers by now because they're in a box in my living room that hasn't been looked inside in probably 6 years.
Yeah,
good times. Oh well.
Yes. So now my grandkids are getting old enough. I brought the Wii back here, so now I got to get all those changed out, get everything functioning on that. So the kids have something to do this winter besides watch movies. But those rechargeables for all your flashlights. This one here does not have one I can change out because it's an integrated system. But there are some of these you can get that are plug-in that have everything that you can change out and put in put the higher capacity 1.5s in as well.
Oh, everything comes apart. It's just a matter of will it go back together.
Yeah, whether it's meant to become apart, whether it's meant to be replaced or not.
Come on, you can make it happen. Just give one to CR; he'll figure it out.
But you look for the essentials first for the winter. Don't worry too much about the luxuries, unless of course you happen to pick up one of those retro Walkman cassette or CD players. You may want to have a couple extra batteries for that to keep the kids from going into technology withdrawals.
So you do know that AA batteries from tip to tip or bottom to tip are exactly the same as D batteries. I have put AA's in a D battery flashlight with a bunch of tape and things wrapped around it because I had no choice. They don't last near as long, but it got me home on a trail that was not pretty with no moon.
Yeah. Actually, Sony's sub company, Enoloop, basically it's they
But they sell the adapter tubes.
Maybe you buy a kit. It's a green box. Get it at Costco. I'm not sure if Sam's carries it. You get AA and AAA batteries in there, and then you have the adapters for C and D. So you take the AA, stick it in there, and it'll work on the C or Ds. Hang on a second. I got to whatever. Just hang on a second.
C batteries are AA length. Yeah, you just need a tube that the battery sits in to keep the spacing correct. You don't get near as much the runtime on it, but it'll work.
And of course, this is going to disappear when I hold it up.
Of course,
because it's a green box. But inside of it is what it looks like, and these are adapters.
Yeah, it's just a tube with a hole in it that the battery snugly fits. And
actually, it's not quite the C one is a tube, and it fits right in on it, snaps in. So now it's a C.
And is that a AA or a AAA?
This is AA.
Oh, it is AA. Okay, I thought C batteries were AAA size.
No, C is the same as AA. D is a little bit bigger because it is a different animal. And it fits inside.
Oh, yeah, it's got the extra little nubby on there.
And so it locks up. Now I got a D battery.
Doesn't last as long.
These things will say they'll hold 50% of the charge. You charge it up in 10 years, you'll still have 50% of the charge in these batteries.
Cool.
So so that's what these are. This is the pull it up here on it. So actually, I'll just pull this up. That's the name. And it's a subsidiary of Panasonic. Yeah, Panasonic. Yeah, Panasonic. But it comes in a little green case, this size. You can tell the size of the case.
Looks like a frozen car box. There you go.
But yeah, green screen. What can I say? But yeah, I mean, and that's and if you get the unfortunately, I didn't realize when I got these. Let me double check if some of them I thought they changed. Let me double check. Let me read on it. They come both blue and white. You can buy the same company. You can buy the extra ones. They come blue. 1.2 on the white ones, and they print blue on blue for it. So it's kind of like, all right, hang on. I'm going to have to go X-ray spectacles and do double magnification here.
1.2.
Probably. Yeah, 1.2 as well. But you can get they do make them now in 1.5. And they make the new ones are lithium. These are still the nickel metal hydroxide.
Alkaline?
Yeah. No, not alkaline. These are the they're not NiCads. They're the next one up, which is the nickel metal hydroxide. Oh. Yeah. And then after that came the lithium rechargeables. And then from lithium they went to the Lifebows, and then the other one, which is lithium HMD or something like that, which is weighs more, but it has twice the life cycles on it.
Oh, a friend of mine has a 3D printer. I just tell him what to make. He makes it for me. I'm literally going to give him a C battery and a AA battery and be like, make me an adapter that a AA fits in. And he'll probably be like, oh crap. It'll take him like 12 minutes to design it and like 3 minutes to print it. And he'll probably be printing them and sending them to all his friends going, here you go.
Yeah. But yeah. So you want to make sure, if you have light, you can fix just about everything else that, you can go out and get the little, the little propane thing going and stuff. It's hard to do it in the dark. So you want to make sure you have all your light going and stuff. One of the things too to consider, which I'm going to be putting mine up here in a little bit over the big bay windows in the living room and family room, is hanging up some quilts over those.
Yes, that'll provide a lot more insulation and warmth.
Yeah. Problem is, I got to take them down during the daytime because those are directly facing south, and it gets toasty warm behind. Again, you get. I got the pull-up aluminum blinds. Mm-hmm. I pull. I walk by and say, oh, wait a minute! Stick my hand behind the blinds, and it's like, oh man, it's 80 degrees between the window and the blind. but right now, if I do that, it's like, oh, my fingers are freezing. All right, you tell Mike says he needs it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All I gotta do is show him a picture of it. He'd be like, "I got this."
Yeah.
And there's probably free plans on the websites he goes to make those things.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd be surprised. There are the websites out there that have nothing but plans.
Oh yeah.
That you can download for 3D printers. It's like.
Yep. And you can modify them. You can do whatever you want to it.
Yeah. So, trying to think what else need to cover here for everybody. Just, make sure all your coats and stuff are in repair. Stuff like this. It's time to Scotch guard again if you do Scotch guarding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you're also serious about staying warm and dry, there is the industrial 2-piece rain suit that 3M makes. You put it on, and half the time I was wearing one of those, I had to unzip because it was capturing all the heat, and basically it was steaming me to a well done sausage.
Yeah,
wrapped up in it.
I've seen some of them around here, like the firefighters and some of for water rescue. They have anybody that's involved in the rescue.
Your snow truck drivers that work for the cities and counties, they get them as well because the county you get. I believe, yeah. Granger, you can, if you have an account with Granger or your company does, you can get them through Granger as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, because that's what when I worked for Mountain Cascade, we had an account with Granger, and they had a set, and then they had 2 sets out there by the steam cleaner.
Good to know.
Yeah. Oh, yes, CR, frostbite really bites. Yeah. As soon as I get the gas line outside here, then I'll be building the generator box outside between the. Oh, there it is.
Chicken broth.
I'll be building between the back door and the shop, which would be right here through this wall right here. I'll be building the quiet box for my tri-fuel generator. And I'll have it hooked up to natural gas.
Nice.
And I'll have the backup of propane and the backup of gasoline on it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of siphoning. I'll survive.
Oh, for those that are canning, I've seen several things today on Tammy's Facebook page, Rebel Canners. Several people were asking. We're asking the question. They got all positive answers on it. I'm canning late. Do I need to stay up or can I just leave the jars and stuff in and just let it cool down overnight, just leave it and pull everything out in the morning? The jars. And some say, yeah, it's late at night. I go to bed and I just open up. I've never had any problems. I just let it cool down naturally all night long, and then pull the jars out in the morning.
You can do that, but you do risk getting flat sour, depending on what's in the heat.
Blow up on the counter. Whoops.
Yeah. So I think we got everything covered. So coming up here, let me switch gears here. Coming up here for Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound, where the three of us will be back again. Pull it up here. That's for the topic on Monday for that is family kitchen time. Something that's not done very often anymore and needs to be done more to bring families together. So we're going to be talking about it and sharing memories of things we did. Hopefully, side chat, you'll share memories of things you used to do when you're younger and the family used to meet in the kitchen. On Tuesday, twas the night before Christmas, and I'm going to give away some Amazon gift cards here on Gray Man Prepping.
You know where mine are going? Right there.
Yeah. And Thursday is the Midnight Ride. Friday on Camp Patton Family Compound, topic is Christmas recovery. And we do that every year. Just talk about, how are you recovering from the holidays? What went right? What went wrong? What did you forget to get to go with the gifts you were getting? We're going to cover all that fun stuff. And something's itching on my leg here. Let's see. And then next Saturday is urban water scrounging. So if you're in the city or the suburbs and you need to scrounge water because everything's gone to heck in a handbasket and we're entering a real Tawaki situation, we're going to cover it, talk about water sources and stuff for you to get and to take care of that. Well, that's why Jack Geeky Gardens goes back down to Florida during the wintertime, comes up to Idaho, and works on his mom's place in the summer.
Snowbirds.
Yeah. All right, everyone. We'll see you later. Remember, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish like trying to drive on ice with regular tires. Keep adding to your preps: water, food, medicine, clothing. Learn a new skill every month and do an indoor garden. The Indoor Garden Challenge for 2025 weigh-in starts on January 1st and it goes to December 30th. Grows, and we're going to see who can grow the most food indoors. Outdoor stuff does not count. And CR says, and wool too.
Yeah. Hey, you froze. I get it. Nice one.
No.
and can some chicken stock. Something.
Yeah. Or turkey stock. Or if you can get it, bear tallow.
Love that sound. Blink.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Take care. We'll see you around.
Have a good night.